Hi Alex here with Autonomous Trading. Today I'm going to tell you the real story behind what is happening in shares of Boeing. The stock is collapsing. And what I'm going to tell you, it corresponds entirely to the truth and it can be proven. Unlike scammers on the web, okay? So listen to this because I'm referring to a multi-billion-dollar profit. We have been discussing Boeing for years. And we have been discussing it for free. You find it, the investment process, discussed in detail on the blog of the company. We have been long-term investors in Boeing since $56. And by being long-term investors in Boeing, obviously helping people to become multi-millionaires by following the free investment advice on the website. Last year in 2018, we downgraded shares of Boeing to neutral at a price of 352, and last year the stock, for many months after the downgrade to neutral, didn't do absolutely anything. While the stock market continued moving higher, Boeing, the share price, didn't do absolutely anything whatsoever. By December 2018, when an American crook and criminal came on CNBC, downgrading the stock market to sell and telling you that you were before the end of the world, the bear market. I'm referring to Jeffrey Gundlach. At the very bottom, obviously, they always downgrade stocks at the bottom. In December 2018, on Christmas, I was there recommending to cover short positions and buying a massive investment position in the markets. I'm not referring just to Boeing at a price of $290, $285. I'm referring to Netflix, Twilio, I'm referring to Chipotle. All of them you find 100% free on the blog of the company. What did happen since then? Well, the share price of these stocks soared to multi-year highs, to new all-time highs. So Boeing soared the share price to $450, basically. Netflix soared also. Chipotle soared more than $400 per share. So today you had, for example, as I speak, $633, which does not constitute a surprise whatsoever. Everyone making millions on my free calls. And in the case of Boeing, you find on my Twitter channel, when the share price, and by the way, this with the tape running live, okay? So while, you have all these scammers on the web telling you to buy stocks at the very top, you find that when Boeing, the share price, got to $441, my colleague said, I'm starting to dump shares of Boeing. Today you have $370 in shares of Boeing. It does not constitute a surprise since we never missed one single forecast in the history of Boeing. Okay? So when these same Americans that they meanwhile turned bullish the US stock market, in particular Boeing, raising targets to $500, as it occurred in fact last year in shares of Nvidia, you remember, Nvidia that meanwhile the share price crashed. All of them, they turned bullish at the top. We said we are now downgrading for the first time in the past decade shares of Boeing to sell, and therefore you are going to sell everything, acquiring a short position. There is only one alternative. Today you have the share price at 370. And it is not just related to what you have on the news with, Boeing, the 737 MAX 8 granted by several governments. In fact, that plane, obviously, I strongly agree with what has been happening. There is a problem, a huge problem, in fact, but this problem with Boeing, for your information, it is recurrent, okay? It is not the first time that is happening, all right? So what's happening here is, and this is the reality as it is that people, they've been blinded, okay? You have been fooled by these Wall Street crooks, then raising targets at the top, because I repeat, this problem is recurrent, is very similar in fact to what something that occurred in Facebook last year when they were also raising targets in Facebook ahead of the crash, and I was downgrading Facebook to strong sell at a price of $217, and in fact I made that call available completely for free in real time on YouTube. 100% free, 100% in real time, unlike these crocs on the web. And with this I terminate. Therefore, congratulations for those that they are following my free advice, and Nikolai's. In the end, he made everything here in Boeing. And this is the reality, the truth behind the crash, the collapse of Boeing. And therefore, sell and go short $440 since the stock price is going down, my friends. And you are going to see a lot of volatility. When the Americans, they are buying or raising targets, you should be always selling and going short ahead of the collapse. Thank you.